All right, welcome back to another board drill breakdown. As always, I'm your host, Kyle. With me is my co-host, Matt. Look, we got Coach Willett. We just shot another video, and we're like, you know what, Coach, why don't you hang around and shoot one more video with us? So here he is again. Fun times. Normally, we hide the playlist from Matt. Coach Willett has no idea what playlist we're going with here, so we're going to hide the playlist from him, and he's got to analyze and break it down with us. So let me go ahead and share this up. It is Explosive Plays from Notre Dame. So we're getting into the Irish this time. So here we go. We're going to go through this pretty quick because there's 46 plays. Probably won't cover them all, but let's go ahead and check it out. Starting with outside zone into the boundary, or actually away from the boundary. Sorry.
Yeah, and that's something that Notre Dame did so well this year. They became masters at outside zone, especially when you have two running backs like they had with Price and Love. Price was so good at being patient, finding the hole and exploding through it. Really becomes tough to stop.
It's funny you should say Price. This is Love here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just giving you crap.
Yeah, this is Love.
So this is a great example, like defensively, of just watching just the overrun, right? Not quite fitting the gaps. You're not sure where the backside, right? The backside 2I here. Is he fitting the A gap? Where's the backer want to go? They get a nice overrun, nice cutback here by the running back. And the big piece is 6, right? The slot is either the slot wide receiver who comes and cracks the safety, gets a +1 because the corner just gets lost. And then they're off to the races.
Go back pre-snap here. This is something that we always used to tell our running backs when we were running outside zone. We want to be 2 yards outside the tight end, 2 yards in the backfield. We're going to pick that point on the ground, and that's the spot we're running to. And I love this clip because the little 3-yard line, I don't know what we even call this, the little 3-yard line mark is exactly at that point. And look how Love starts on that pace.
Yeah,
the extra point mark, sure. But look where he ends up. He ends up behind the backside offensive tackle. That backside offensive tackle pushes that linebacker all the way across, and he cuts through the backside C gap. So just an excellent example for young running backs when you're showing them film of the aiming point and how you can get there and how you hit that cutback.
Now, here's one from Gun, so it's a little different. But man, they just... I mean, Coach Willett, how would you like to get that gap every time you call a run, right?
Right. I'm trying to figure out where the second and third level of the defense
Well,
is.
like we see so many times, they're running a pressure here.
Gap exchange, yeah.
And this gentleman right here, I'm guessing, is supposed to get here.
Yeah.
And he does not.
That guard does an excellent job sealing him off.
Yeah, bad. I think bad aiming point here. I know it's tough on outside zone, but
that combination of the nose trying to fight across the center so hard really opens that gap.
But I'm trying to, like you said, if they're bringing those guys, someone should be coming down in rotation, but he's gone. Now I got to see that back end here. What are we doing? Are we bringing 6 and playing eyes here? Oh, they may be bringing 6 and playing eyes coverage. So there's where your back end is. It's non-existent.
Right. It's not there.
Fair enough. All right, Matt, so you want to get into this. They ran kind of the sail post a lot. I know you kind of made notes on it, so you want to talk us through it?
Yeah, pretty simple concept. Running a sail route with the slot receiver, post with the outside, whether you call it an out route, sail route, whatever you want to call it. And you're given just a single side of the field, high-low. I talked in a previous article about how they advanced their quarterback and at the beginning of the year kept some simple reads. This is something they read and throughout the year. And that gives them a good little example. Basically it's the same concept as what you're going to do for your basic flood. You're just getting a post route over it. I'd say if you got a high school quarterback, be careful of that backside safety. Be careful of, that other guy that can pick the ball off. But when you're facing a defense that's going to rely on some man coverage techniques.
And a couple things here. I mean, so sail post, obviously a quarters beater, which they get quarters right here. Sorry. And then the other piece is, like you talked about, their run game is so good. Well, look, this is play action max pro here.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not max pro because I guess they get the back out, but you get what I'm saying, right? They're protecting with 7 guys here. So nice protection, nice pocket, and kind of that sail or that three level flood, if you will, and then take the shot, throw the sail route, but also just great against quarters, as you can see. Like honestly, the sail route's open right now as well, so it's there. I mean, he takes the right shot because obviously he throws it for a touchdown, but just a great example of understanding what a quarter speeder is and when to run it, and then protecting correctly with a young quarterback. I think sometimes, and Coach Willett, you can probably speak to that. You're a quarterbacks guy, I know, and giving that young quarterback time and protection, or just giving any quarterback, maybe at the high school level, time and protection is probably a big deal.
Yeah, of course, any quarterback. And when you can do something like Max Pro, and, that was the first thing that stood out to me, was like that backside safety. I always get nervous and you kind of run nub stuff to one side to see like, hey, how are we handling this? You're really just banking on that play fake and the success of the run game. But yeah, this is, about as simple as it can. There's nothing more beautiful to me in football than throwing a big post.
Yeah.
So the quarterback's throwing it right down the, middle of the field. It's beautiful.
And when you got a running back like a Jeremiah Smith and some of those other guys, that's where you take advantage of those guys in the play action game. So
Jeremiah Love.
Sorry, what I call him?
Jeremiah Smith. We're all over the place with the player names today.
I struggle with the player names. All right, split zone here, Matt. It just again, I just watching linebackers fit against them seems to be a struggle.
Big swim by the nose doesn't really work out for him, and really not much play. Like one side nose swims backside, not much there front side against the zone. It becomes easy for the guard tackle just out it.
Again, I'm trying to figure. So I guess they're pressuring again here.
I guess the
safety comes. Yeah, safety comes down at a bad angle because the H cut, the slice block here. Because in theory, that safety, I'm guessing, should be fitting right here, right? He becomes the second linebacker. But because of this angle, he ends up over here. I mean, do you think it's that they're just so terrified of the Notre Dame? I mean, like being dead serious, like, hey, they're so good at running. Like I'm trying to flow so hard that I'm just over, because it just seems like people are just fitting poorly against them. And this isn't a skill thing. It's just bad eyes.
Mm-hmm. Could be. And Notre Dame does run a lot of that flat route. What do we call it? The slide or whatever.
Yeah.
Backside with the tight end. So, he could be trying to key that as well.
But there's no way that's this man in coverage, but that's fair. All right.
He's running over there pretty quick.
There's outside zone again for a touchdown. Again, their amazing ability to hit the backside here. Also, like 11 personnel, 6-man box.
Yep. No one for the backside linebacker the backside tackle. Let's see the adjustment we have here. He sticks on there. They double team to that linebacker. It's really backside A gap.
Yeah. I mean, you're just asking. I know the nickel kind of flows fast right here at the top of the screen. Maybe it's a blitz, but okay, again, that means then this guy's got to be in here. And it's just, ugh.
Well, to me, you got one real linebacker in the box. When that other linebacker is playing over the top to the edge, 13's he's outside.
Yeah, but he's playing over top because you got a 6-eye right here, or whatever you want to call it.
But that's the problem. It allows the offensive line to play it this way, to where the center can work up to him and doesn't have to press up to 13, or no one has to, really, on the front side.
Yeah, I mean, the whole crux of it is 11 has to cross face here, period. But whatever. I'm not running the defense. What do I know? I'm just a guy on a podcast.
All right,
what is this? GY here?
GY counter, kick, wrap.
Oh my God.
Let your athlete be an athlete.
My gosh.
Look, nothing special they were running here.
This isn't this isn't a scheme breakdown. This is a spin move.
No.
Breakdown.
Yeah.
Still a good counter, but
I mean, I would have liked for this guy to get over top, right? And there's Matt's boy right there. You kind of like this fit on GY, but yeah, it's not.
Nothing he can do there. Woo.
It's the reason why that guy, what did he go, 4th or 5th or whatever it was? 3rd?
Something like that.
This is something I thought they did particularly well, was throw the slot fade.
so well, and it was always an interest.
He goes backside here. I don't know why my computer's throwing up balloons, but there you go. My computer's excited about the shot here.
You know, I started this year looking at a bunch of teams running slot fade, going, what is everybody doing to the opposite side? And Notre Dame's just running go routes on the opposite
Throwing
side,
bombs,
just pressing it deep, you know. But slot fade is something you saw consistently from Notre Dame throughout the year, just like the sail concept. A lot of yardage, mileage out of it.
And I hate to admit it, this kid's good. Only because we have a mutual friend that's a big Notre Dame fan, and he's obnoxious, but this kid's good.
Yeah, he is.
Adam, if you're watching this, shut up. Here we go, another big post shot. They were a big post shot team. And just, I mean, like, this effort right here, I think the quarterback move, I know this is a great job by the wide receiver, but watch this pocket movement here. I mean, this is impressive for a kid that's right. He's a freshman, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, redshirt freshman. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, just the ability to do that and get rid of the football to me. I mean, I don't know, Coach Willett, you can speak on it, quarterback wise. Like,
I know. Yeah. I mean, that's fantastic to be able to stand strong and not panic and keep your eyes down the field. But I am curious, like, what the concept is, because it didn't look like there's anything, or I didn't see anything from the backside coming over. It just looks like he's honestly just throwing that post
route.
Yeah. Post. I think it is. I think it's post or die here, Coach.
Sometimes
they did it, Coach. Notre Dame did that. They just said, we're throwing the post here. We don't care.
Coach, and I remember doing the film breakdown. I was like, I don't even know what to write as the concept here. It's just a post route. So we're just going post.
We'll go quick to this. This is just a bad tackle right here. There's enough free hitters. And I know he gets this is a great crack, but good Lord.
Make corners tackle in the box.
Shut up. Stop saying make the corners tackle. I'm so tired of that line. Get out of here. Indiana didn't have a problem tackling at corner.
Well, they weren't playing Indiana there.
This
looked like it was just called it. He looked down. He looked at it the whole time.
Yeah.
Quarterback was locked in.
The good thing, too, to me is always that controlling that backside safety on those double moves.
Yeah.
Or that safety to that side. They do a good job.
Oh, sorry. Yep. With the big over, yeah. All right. It's another vertical shot by them. I think this is, they just kind of caught BC in the area where they knew what they were playing. Is because they kind of run two guys into each other here.
They run right into each other. I'm not sure if it was vertical choice. That's what I put as the concept. That's the only thing I could think of where you'd have, this situation, but
somehow it works out.
It worked out. Looks like cover zero, quarterback knows.
Yeah.
I hope.
Yeah.
Kind of getting into what he wants. This is the second time I've seen him kind of signal something, so I'm curious if that's him signaling those things on his own, like he recognizes it and goes for it, or it's built in.
He definitely changed a lot of run plays and protections on the tape from what I remember.
Especially later in the season. Earlier in the season, not as much. A lot of quick game stuff, but later in the season, you could see them give him that control and ability to make changes and adjustments.
There's your post again, Coach. It's just post.
The big post with a stop route. Not really, once again, putting any safety or middle field guy in any conflict.
I don't know.
Other than play fake,
Why my Mac, every time I put my hand up, is going balloons, but my Mac must be a huge Notre Dame fan. Another post route, Coach. They ran a few post routes this year for touchdowns.
Few.
I don't know if this one didn't go all the way, but or maybe
that's more of a dagger concept there. Yeah, the post is inside. I think I labeled it post because he hit the post, but
I think the quarterback's got to be keying that backside safety too, because there's really nothing there for him other than that solo route.
Let's see it now. It's kind of that old. It's kind of like the inverted Mills concept here.
No, his eyes look right all the time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. A lot of dagger we saw this year from Notre Dame.
This is, again, it's good players being good. All right, I think this is the slot fade that I really liked against Arkansas.
Oh, yeah. Good ball.
And again, kind of cover one situation here.
Mm-hmm.
And really when I watched this, I was like, man, this is pretty much like stick. If you have a stick, you got the go, you got the speed out, you got the stick route. Well, number 3 still run the stick instead of the speed out. They just sit on it with 1, and 2's got the vertical concept. So really plays out just like how you'd run stick, but you get the slot fade.
We like the motion with it too, kind of like here.
Yeah.
So the quarterback can say, okay, is it man, zone? And then if it's zone, I'm really just rising up and throwing that stick route.
Of course, man coverage, that slot fade becomes key.
This one is just a my guy's better than your guy one. All right, now the
Slot
post
fade,
here.
a lot of post routes.
I mean, now this one makes sense, right?
This
They're
one-
getting
This one,
they're getting a
yeah.
quarters look, and it is quarters, and they run double post. Like I get this, but I think this goes back to just it's not complex things Notre Dame is doing. They're just doing it well, and they understand, like, right? Hey, it's quarters. We're going to run post routes against quarters. And then the old Sark screen.
Yep.
Now, do you think they have to like pay like an attribution fee to Sark here, Matt? Because to be honest with you, I've never seen anyone besides Sark run it.
Oh, we've seen plenty of people run it.
Who's run it? I mean, honestly, like lately, it's such a weird screen.
It's a wonderful screen.
Sark doesn't even run anymore. Sark doesn't run his own screen anymore. I don't even know why we call it Sark screen.
Like you're the one that calls it that.
I didn't make it up. Swing screen. Matt, do we got anything left in here? One more post for you guys.
Just to throw the ball up there.
Yeah.
See what happens. There's a backup quarterback running a little zone read.
And it's like the one thing I noticed about Notre Dame is, again, we're going through these pretty quick. Coach Willett, Coach Dixon, you guys are all offensive guys. Like, what about these is special, right? I would argue to say most of these plays were in both of your playbooks.
I mean, I think it looks like play caller knows what's going on. And even like some of these concepts where they've got guys who aren't necessarily handling, but it's still getting open. So they must be seeing something and helping their quarterback out. And, good coaching too, making sure that the quarterback knows where to look. Yeah. I mean, all these concepts aren't groundbreaking. We saw posts, spot fades, outside zone.
Matt, here's our favorite action, dash action in the backfield.
Oh, I thought you were going to say receiver pretending to fall to the ground and then continuing his route.
I don't think he did that on purpose.
I know. It's like the old quarterback pretending to fall down. Yeah, dash concept, something that we saw out of Notre Dame this year. Hadn't seen it from a lot of the big programs. They're probably one of the first ones I saw them run.
I'm a huge dash guy. I mean, I love it. I know I'm not an offensive guy. Here's Haas. This is that throw. I mean, this is why you know this kid's good. I don't care who it's against. I don't care who they're playing. This throw right here. Yeah, I'm in on that. Then we go back to counter here. This one's a thing of beauty, Matt.
Mm-hmm. Just right down the pipe, just like you'd run same side power. Run back aiming straight down the A gap. Explosive. Yeah. This is what this kid does so well. Saw a lot of Jeremiah Love breaking out those outside zones. This kid runs downhill hard.
This kid's going to have a nice time doing it next year for the reigning Super Bowl champions. This was a nice play right here. Just 4 verts or style verts and just let this kid be him.
Really watch the second receiver, the tight end, down here to the bottom of the screen. As soon as he sees that defender release outside, he knows where the ball's going. He's just blocking the guy up and occupying him.
And again, I mean, these are just all, I haven't seen any crazy thing. Maybe the Sark screen was the craziest thing I've seen, but
I'm curious what tropical mills means.
yeah, what does that mean, Matt?
I don't remember.
It's one of those when you realize you were having too much coffee while you're breaking down film.
Wait, go back. I gotta look. Yeah, who knows what I was thinking. Explain. So tropical concept is a go from 1, a curl from 2, a flat from 3.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Way we used to run it. So I don't know why I wrote tropical mills. No idea.
Yeah.
I guess because there was a post and a dig.
This is the
from the
big
inside.
one, right? That everybody runs the double in with the corner out.
Love it. Love it. Easy.
And this is one where I was pretty impressed again by the throw and the timing here. He sees it, releases it. Man, just keep your feet.
That looks like was that the running back? Oh yeah, that was
Yeah.
running back running
Yes,
the
it
corner
was.
route. That's pretty luxurious.
Yeah, boy, Arkansas like running cover 1.
Get him out there on a
Didn't work out for 'em.
linebacker, see what happens.
Then again, more post, more wheels. You gotta love it. So, anyways, we'll cut it off there. I know we went through a lot. Again, if you're interested in watching more of these clips, you can go read Matt's article. That is on the board drill. Matt, it came out a couple weeks ago. So if you're watching this, go check it out. But again, we just like to hop on these and break down these teams and go through stuff. And we knew that the explosive plays by Notre Dame was something that popped out to us, not as some off the chart thing that you need to go learn, but just the simplicity of it. And again, it shows you that sometimes simplifying it and maybe doing a few variations off that and getting really good at it is what makes you successful in football, not running 5,000 plays and 5,000 formations and all these different things. And I think in recent years, we've seen that simplification on both sides of the football, right? Everybody talks about the Seahawks defense and how it's been simplified. Well, we all know that a lot of offenses have been simplified to play faster, right? That was the whole point of it. All these hurry up offenses, all these different things. They've got to be simple to an extent. And I think that Notre Dame and is it Denbrock that's there now?
Yes.
Matt? Okay.
Mike Denbrock.
And Denbrock he does such a good job of just identifying coverages and then getting them in the right scheme. And we saw that time and time again, especially with the young quarterback. It's hard to think that kid was a redshirt freshman, but we saw his progression throughout the year. And again, it's just example of, hey, this is what we do versus cover 3. This is what we do versus cover 4. You saw what they did versus man with Arkansas. So they just knew what they were doing and had a great game plan. I thought that was a pretty big deal. So parting words from any of you two?
No, I think we pretty much covered it well.
I love it. All right. Well, for me, for Coach Dixon, for Coach Willett, we'll see you next time on another Board Drill Breakdown.